Tidwell Taste Tour is back. What I'm back with is something that we haven't really delved into before. Pretty much we've done all kinds of beers, obviously, all kinds of spirits, all kinds of, at this point, teas and things like that. But this is a specialty tonic water out of the United Kingdom. It's called the Fever Tree Premium Indian Tonic Water. Delicious, clean, refreshing, and natural. Blended to enhance the enjoyment of great spirits. The description back here says, by blending subtle botanical flavors with spring water and the highest quality quinine from the fever tree, we have created a delicious natural tonic with a uniquely refreshing taste and aroma. The ingredients are spring water, cane sugar, citric acid, natural flavors, natural quinine. Product of the UK, so on and so forth. So, pretty much what I'm reviewing tonight is a tonic water to see how good this tonic water stacks up to the rest of the tonic waters and how it also embellishes the gin that is typically associated with tonic water. First of all, the story about this is basically these British men, this one in particular, his name is Tom, I cannot remember his last name, but he pretty much was discovering that tonic water was kind of the bane of the gin existence. Pretty much back in the day when they were going to India, the quinine in tonic water, which is why it was called tonic, was the cure for, or not necessarily the cure for, but the resistance to malaria. So you took quinine and typically you mix it with gin because gin was the better tasting of the two. Well, at this time, since malaria has many other resistances and cures at this point, they mixed a lot of sugar and stuff like that into tonic waters. Well, this guy decided he wanted to find what really made a good tonic water. Basically, he went to the Congo, and war-torn Congo, and found this particular tree. I believe it's called the cinchona tree. It's something of that nature, which is what the bark of which is where quinine comes from, and found the purest, most natural form of quinine, and decided to put it into this tonic water here. And basically, with that, you get a natural tonic water, and the fact that they also use cane sugar, which is unlike most any sort of soft drinks really these days, that it gives it that natural sweetness, which even though tonic water did not have it back in the 1700s and 1800s, it does today. So over ice, the taste of the tonic water is completely pure, fresh, not much bitterness. I mean, it is a little bitter just because of the mouthfeel that it has, but it's not a bitter flavor due to the natural cane sugar that they put into it. Pretty much what I've got here is Beefeater gin, and I'm not going to, this is not a Beefeater gin review, so it's just a British gin review, and I'm going to go ahead and review, along with this, a gin and tonic, and how it goes along with the Fever Tree tonic water. So the tonic water itself is very tasty, very aromatic, a lot of flavor for a tonic water, not a fake processed flavor either, which you get in a lot of tonic waters these days. Wow. As far as a gin and tonic goes, it definitely helps embellish and really accentuate the flavors, but in a completely good way. It brings out the flavors of the gin, so you might need a better gin, in all honesty, to make this worth it and to taste better. But if you're using a decent gin, and you know, obviously I have no lime here or anything like that, but if you're using a decent gin, the Fever Tree tonic water is a great idea. This is very helpful to a gin and tonic in the flavoring process. It helps it along, and it will, I can just tell by the flavor of it, if it's a cheap gin, it's not going to do any difference. It's still going to taste like a cheap gin. However, if it's a nice gin, it's going to accentuate the flavors with its natural sweetness and its natural, just good flavors in general. The gin, important obviously, because if it's disgusting, then it's not going to help. If it's good, then it will. So, sorry for the video being a little bit rambly. I apologize for that. But the Fever Tree Tonic Water, if I can give it a rating of any sort, I mean, it's kind of difficult, but, you know, it'd be like an 8.5 for a tonic water, just because it's a really good tonic water. And if you do want a good tonic water mixed with a good gin to make a good gin and tonic, try the Fever Tree Natural Indian Tonic Water. Tidwell Taste will be back with more. Hope you've enjoyed this. Stick around.